do that. I gotta grab my phone charger from my car.
I got an idea. Flip horizontal. Boom. Wait, I got an idea. I flipped it horizontally so it actually lines up with their names. The cam. You like that or?
Just keep it the way it is. It's really fun. I'll fix it for the finals.
Oh, okay. Bet. I just went to transform. That's all.
Yeah, I'll fix it for the finals.
I don't know. The only reason I was thinking of doing it was because I feel like it kind of makes my job a little easier.
Yeah, we'll fix it for the finals. All right. You typed in the show. Let me get my phone in. Let me get. Let me get this on. All right. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. What are the odds of that?
Extremely low.
All right, you guys are ready? Banshee Boardwalk. Let's wait for Pokemon. Whenever he's ready. He's doing our story. Okay, you ready? Ready. All right, let's go. Group 23. Calamity on comms. Let's do it.
DK's off to a good start here, pulling up front. Already got the spiny shell though. Another spiny shell on the first lap. It's gonna get interesting. Bolt coming in from Yo-Yo Yoshi. See how he uses this. Could choose to use it at one of the intersections here. The zigzag in the middle. And he does. Nobody falls into the drink. Oh, Viviana falling into the water. DK pulling out a commanding lead with those reds. Oh, it's going to be tricky for him to navigate through that bat house. Yeah. It's like Jed's pulling out the W for this one.
Oh, DK! Oh, man!
I saw the post shells. I was not receiving in the middle.
down to Moo Moo Farm, where we will surely have a battle of skill and not luck at all. Yep. Spaced Cowboy. Jesse. Yes, that was the first race back. Yeah, I vaguely remember the username, so that makes sense. Boo coming out from Viviana. See if any bolts come out. A commanding lead from DK. Ooh, Bobby almost goes into the out of bounds area over the fence. Actually gets pretty lucky there. Looks like it's going to be a race for second place. The Reds coming out from Bobby. Oh, they're, yeah. Blue shells tend to disappear on this map from what I've my experience. Right now we're moving on to Mario Raceway. And after this will be Royal Raceway, I believe. Boo already coming out from DK. Takes the aggressive cut through the mushroom. It pays off. Bolt coming out from Viviana. Uses it immediately. And gets the Reds too. More Reds. This could be a pretty hectic lap 3. Another Bolt from Jed. He's gonna pull into second place now. And he's got Shrooms to seal the deal. Yana takes third. A lot can happen on this track. There are multiple bolts in play, then the ramp jump can get pretty hectic. You already see a bolt coming out from Bobby, uses it immediately, probably so he can get ahead. But Viviana still holding on to the Boo, just in case, and uses it, get the triple mushrooms. falling into the drink. Bobby's still in the lead here. Well, Jed's closing the gap with those reds. Bobby going down. Jed takes over. More reds. Oh, Jed falling off into the drain. Still in third though, but he is very close to DK. Viviana takes the lead, closely followed by Bobby. It's a commanding lead with those three reds out. Bolt coming out from DK. He's gonna catch up. Oh, but the red shell sends him off. He has to back up. Tough. Oh, and he misses. Oh, and multiple people falling off. Yeah, now Jed just comes flying out into first. Oh, but he hits the bomb. Tough block. Oh, Bobby with the star. Surely he's gonna get first here.
Oh!
Ooh,
Three-way battle! Three-way battle!
ooh.
Three-way battle!
Oh,
Nice shot.
very close here. Lots of crazy stuff happened.
I swear back at the I can hit the walls on lucky.
Could have done better than that.
I missed like 4 random classes in a row. I swear back the first thing I said
Well, hello everyone.
You're gonna have to hold it, like hold it like down here or something.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you don't talk into the Mac. This side doesn't have any like input. You have to talk into the other side.
Test. Test.
Big difference.
Hello everyone. Well, I am back after just winning that previous match, so I'm feeling pretty happy about that. Although we will have to see where everybody ends up after round 25 is over. I believe, is this round, you know if this is round 24 or 25?
It said 23 before, so it must be 24 now.
Okay, so I believe we are on round 24 out of 25, so we still have 2 of these 4 race matches to finish up as our prelims, and then we will find out the seeding of everyone. So hopefully everybody will continue to race well. We've seen a lot of good races so far, and we've got 2 more, we've got for this penultimate race, Lou, I think that's how, Brody, Mr. Ponytail, and Wah Master. Obviously in the Wario costume. Oh, and I see in chat we have the courses for this one. So we're going to have Wario Stadium, Bowser's Castle, Moo Moo Farm, and Frappe Snowland. Interesting match. Not getting Banshee Boardwalk first this time. So, you know, that's about a 50-50 it seems today.
Okay, we're good? Yeah. All right, Wario PC.
It's not Wario Stadium, it's Wario Stadium.
All right, and we are underway here with race number 1 on Wario Stadium. We got 3 finishes and Wario box. Lou gonna be the first one coming up on the item box. Brody also hits one. Mr. Ponytail misses. Lou holds banana behind wisely as a red shell comes for him from Brody, and he successfully blocks it. Brody and Mr. Ponytail in a race. Wallmaster very shortly behind, but takes too tight of a corner and ends up in the wall and tumbles. Nobody with any items, so it's just pure racing here. But coming up on the item blocks, ooh, Brody just misses. Wallmaster actually the only person getting an item there, and it's a pretty good one. It's 3 mushrooms. He quickly goes from 4th to 2nd. Brody had a little bit of a spin out there, dropped to 4th, but in a tight race with Mr. Ponytail. But of course on Wario Stadium, things could really change at any time, particularly if somebody gets a lightning bolt. Lou is holding on to the ghost, chooses not to try to steal either a golden mushroom, but Master steals a golden mushroom while Lou chooses to hold on for his own later, and Master making good use of that golden mushroom, moving up into 1st place. Although Lou does have a boo, so if somebody pulls a great item, Lou does have the opportunity to take it. But really, we've got all 4 people on this starting straightaway, so it's super close after lap 1. To see Mr. Ponytail, 3 mushrooms. Lou still not deciding to steal. Wallmaster coming through. He's got 1, takes that turn well this time, very cleanly. Mr. Ponytail, however, comes to a stop and spins out. That's a bit unfortunate. Wallmaster misses the item block. Lou in 2nd. Just holding on to that boo in his item spot, so no real reason to go through the blocks. And we see the reason why Lou is holding on, stealing the lightning bolt the first opportunity he gets. Wallmaster is now going to have an interesting decision to make with how he approaches this lap, as Lou will no doubt be shocking him to at least slow him down. Mr. Ponytail also with a blue shell, and Wallmaster does get hit. And interesting, Mr. Ponytail now has a shock of his own. Brody and Mr. Ponytail decide to slow down. Brody gets shocked again and is going to have to wait even further. So Mr. Ponytail setting himself up to come back for 1st, but getting hard stuck on this wall here. That's really gonna give Brody an opportunity to get back into it and take that all-important point for getting 2nd or maybe even 1st. You know, if another shot comes up, certainly you would expect the leader to get targeted here, and that could give an opportunity for somebody to catch Lou if they fall off the ramp. Mr. Ponytail with 3 red shells, a little bit too far behind to actually target a Lou with them at the moment, and tumbles on the wall, but 6 red shells will make them very difficult to pass, as you would need to take them out or be invincible in order to not get immediately targeted. Although Mr. Ponytail does launch 2 red shells at the moment, I'm not quite sure if they were trying to launch all 3 before the item block or if they had some other strategic rationale for that. Lou just with a shroom, feeling fine, but they're just got to be worried that a shock comes right here, although there might not be enough time for anything to happen, and there's not. Lou's safely over the bridge. So Brody in 3rd place with a star, certainly catching up on Mr. Ponytail, and Mr. Ponytail also just got shroom stolen by Brody. Brody moving into 2nd place and could be taking it. Mr. Ponytail gets hit by a red shell, Is Wallmaster actually going to come back and take third? It's certainly possible. Brody looks like he's got second, but it's going to be close here. But the red shells, I don't think, can make it around the corner. So Mr. Ponytail will get third and get 1 point.
Wait, who got second?
Mr. Ponytail definitely got 1. And Brody got 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brody got second.
Got it. Thank you.
That looks right. All right, we are quickly on to our second course, which is Bowser's Castle. All 4 players making it through the opening hallway. All right, we've got the moving thwomps. This could be a big one. Lou gets his Mr. Ponytail gets hit. Wallmaster is the only one through cleanly. Brody had a spin out. Wallmaster makes it over the bridge. Brody coming for the bridge. Looks a little sketchy, but he and Lou both make it over. And Mr. Ponytail at least has no obstacles. Lou, interesting decision to make with the lightning bolt on where the best place is to do it. Oh, Mr. Pony. Lou does take out Mr. Ponytail. I don't know if that was the objective. Brody gets hit by a blue shell, and Lou gets launched into the lava. This is going to be a huge shakeup, and at the end of all that, Wallmaster actually is coming out on top. Brody firing the red shells, maybe just to get rid of them, because in this sort of track, they're just going to run into the walls. Was going to spin out, decided to stop. Brody did. Has a shroom, and waits and gets through the gaps in the thwomps all right. Mr. Ponytail also makes it through. Hard to keep clean driving lines. Really, you just want to avoid spinning out, and if you lose a little bit of time to accomplish that, well, it's certainly better than the alternative. Wallmaster already up the spiral while Brody is just now entering it, so a decent lead. Lou and Mr. Ponytail both have 3 red shells. Now they both have 1, so we've got a battle going on for 3rd place here. Mr. Ponytail trying to launch the reds, and I think Mr. Ponytail also hit Brody, so we have Lou, Brody, and Mr. Ponytail entering the 3rd lap, all extremely close to each other. Mr. Ponytail unfortunately did not get an item there and spins out. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to catch up after that, although with the thwomps here, we'll have to see if everybody makes it through. Mr. Ponytail does not. It's gonna be difficult to get back up into 3rd after that. Brody and Lou both make it through the bridge. That's really the biggest battle right now, is between the 2 of them. Let's see if Lou decides to target Brody, and he does, and successfully knocks Brody into the lava. That basically cinches up 2nd place for Lou, and I have to imagine Brody will get 3rd as Mr. Ponytail is getting crushed to death by a thwomp and shocked by a lightning bolt. So Brody, with the bad manners here, decides to finish backwards despite being in 3rd. So Wallmaster gets 3 points, Lou an additional 2, Brody an additional 1. And that does bring us to Lou has 5 points, Wallmaster with 3. I think we might be missing something with the points here, because we've got a total of 10 when it should be 12. But that's okay. We will figure that out after this track, which is Moo Moo Farm. It's going to be fast and furious here. Shortest track in the game. Whole thing's going to be over in not too much time here. Brody gets hit by a blue shell, but 1st lap, not the worst scenario. Wallmaster in 1st with 3 red shells, or 3 mushrooms. Lou's got a golden mushroom, spins out a little bit, couldn't tell if he was angling towards the thwomp. Mr. Ponytail gets knocked back into 4th place, but at least has the mushrooms. Wallmaster hits the post, and we've got 1st and 2nd both with 2 mushrooms. Mr. Ponytail not able to make great use of a star because he's short right now, but that will change very shortly and allow him to go through a group of molds while being invulnerable if he chooses to take that path. Brody in 2nd, but he's got 3 mushrooms coming back up on Lou. And is he trying to go through the molehills? Looks like he's trying to take the path, staying real close to the fence to ensure he doesn't run over any of the molehills. Unlike the... Brody gets crushed by Wallmaster, so Wallmaster moves up to 2nd, but gets hit by a shell. Lou also spins out. Brody now back and forth. Mr. Ponytail has moved up to 3rd with a single red shell. And we are on the final lap of this map. And Lou does get taken out. So Wallmaster is back into first as Mr. Ponytail is getting bodied by Brody's red shells. Brody back up into third, trying to gain some extra points here. Lou gonna take out Brody. Several people get hit with a lightning bolt. Brody maybe has an opportunity here, but hits a banana and a mole. Unfortunate. Wallmaster somehow back into first here. Brody in second, Lou in third. Mr. Ponytail trying to use a star cut through the moles, hoping to catch up to third, but unfortunately it's going to be a little bit too little too late. The final results here are going to be Wallmaster, Brody, Lou, and then Mr. Ponytail. All right, so we will get these scores updated. It looks like it's...
You guys updated the points, because I only have...
Brody got second place on the first one.
Oh, whoops.
So I have...
yeah, and Lou has won.
Yep. I got it.
All right, we've got those scores there fixed for you. Had a little bit of confusion, but as you can see, Lou and Wallmaster at 6 points, Brody at 5, Mr. Ponytail at 1. This is going to be their final track, final chance to improve their seeding for the bracket section of the tournament. Lou in fourth, but with a lightning bolt. Interesting options for how to use that here. Maybe trying to get people in the snowman field. I'm not really quite sure what the best place is, actually. 4 red shells for Mr. Ponytail. This is actually a pretty good course to have red shells on, as there are very few walls to actually block them except near the finish line. Lou choosing just to hold on to that lightning bolt for a while, as does Mr. Ponytail. Mr. Ponytail choosing not to use it while 2 of his opponents are already shrunk, although he does wait and uses it now. So it gets a little bit of extra seconds on those 2 opponents. And Mr. Ponytail gets a third shock. Brody and Wallmaster just cannot get large. Mr. Ponytail just choosing to slow down and get hit with green shells. Lou chose to hit them. Brody tries to use the mushroom to catch up to Wallmaster. I don't think he got full use of the speed there, going over the snow. But boo for Wallmaster, just waiting to see if they get anything good, but gets shocked before they can use it. And another shock by Mr. Ponytail. That's an interesting option. And all 4 players are actually very close at this point. Yeah, we've got an extremely close race with Wallmaster and Brody near the front, and Mr. Ponytail passes both of them almost at the same time. We've got a 3-way race for first here right now. Lou, unfortunately, having some bad luck, but with a star can get right back in it with how close everything is. This is going to come down to the wire. Mr. Ponytail, only with a green shell and a banana, no longer even has the banana, fires the green shell off. So we've got Wallmaster in second, but no items. Lou has a red shell, maybe can take someone out, but now in that curvy area where it hits a wall, and no offensive items, and I don't think anybody's going to be able to slow anyone else down, so we're going to finish in that order. Mr. Ponytail, Wallmaster, Lou, and then Brody.
All right, just one more.
All right, that is going to finish Group 24 out of 25 in this preliminary seeding round. So we have actually just one more round to go with 4 additional players who will be playing their 5th match. And then after that, we will be able to tally up all the scores, tell you your seeding, and we are actually going to go right into the first elimination rounds between the players who are rated 13th through 20th. The top 12 players will get a bye to the quarterfinals, and then the bottom 8 players will be playing 2 matches, 4 people in each match. The bottom 2 from each of those matches will get eliminated, and the top 2 will advance to the quarterfinals. All right, we're just figuring out who the players are for this final match and going to see if we have somebody to take over the text responsibilities on the stream. But for just a minute, we are going to be hanging out here while we get everything set up.
Just show them how to do it real quick. I got to operate it.
All right, we got Brody back from his racing responsibilities, so he will be taking care of text editing on the stream,
All right.
while I will be doing commentary for this next race as well.
This is your last chance.
This is my last chance to like actually go
Okay.
Raging Raceway because I did the farm first round.
All right, did you know what you're doing? Here, show him what he needs to do.
You probably can't hear the runners right now, but they're actually discussing right now how this is their last chance to score points and, improve on tracks that they felt that they didn't go as well as they would have liked in their previous rounds. So you can tell that the pressure's a little bit on for people. Nobody's getting eliminated right now, but certainly if you're able to advance to the quarterfinals without playing an additional match, that is what you'd like to do.
We're taking a short intermission, and then we're going to just start. Intermission because I got to run for some Pokemon to the grocery store. I got to go to Giant Eagle, so.
You're going to Giant Eagle?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're taking a quick break here?
After 25.
Okay. After this round, we'll be taking a quick break, just a heads up. But we will be doing this round right now, this final preliminary round, and then be back after a break for the final, or for the eighth finals, I guess, rather than the quarterfinals.
So our names are underneath it. We'll fix it for the finals. That's no big deal. Pokemon hair reveal. All right. And then, so Forrest is player 1.
All right, so our final.
Oh my God, it's Forrest.
Gamer.
Our final four
Gotta feed him his
for our last group stage round will be Forest, Pokemon, Arjon, and Glass. And
Where's Luigi Raceway, Google Farm, Bowser Castle, and Toad's Turnpike.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Pokemon already put the numbers in advance.
LR. Oh, okay.
well, this is
He just did it.
a little bit surprising. We actually have our first two tracks are Luigi Raceway and Moo Moo Farm, which are the first two tracks in the game. So that's a funny coincidence. But we will be moving on to Bowser's Castle and Toad's Turnpike. I believe earlier we had a round with very similar tracks. I think we had a round with Luigi Raceway, Moo Moo Farm, Calamari Desert, and Toad's Turnpike. But, sometimes that's just the way random numbers happen. You are just as likely to get any combo as any other combo, even if something similar has happened before. That has been your statistics lesson of the day. All right, players choosing their character, using the tournament ROM so people can use the same character, and the characters in this ROM are just all cosmetic. They've got the same skill level, same stats and everything. Everybody races the same as Yoshi. Looks like we've got 2 Luigis and 2 Yoshis, I believe. And we are just going to get started with Luigi Raceway.
All right, final group stage.
All right, Forest and Glass is Luigi, Pokemon and Arjon as Yoshi. Pokemon spins out at the start. And I guess we have a battle of the green characters today. Arjon gets a boo to start with. Interesting. Unable to shock dodge. Glass gets run over right off the start. Pokemon is small, but it's got a golden mushroom. Presumably, they will want to use that soon, assuming they still have it. Yep, that's what I was waiting for. Arjon stole the golden mushroom. I was kind of expecting that. Didn't want to give it away in case anybody could overhear me, though. Oh, but maybe they should have waited because Pokemon actually has a lightning bolt right now, which means Arjon doesn't get full use out of that golden mushroom that they stole from Pokemon, as Pokemon gets bodied by some red shells as Glass chooses to hit him 3 times. Forest in the lead just has a green shell and a banana, so not a ton they can use with that, whereas Glass is making good use of their mushrooms, and Pokemon has a lightning bolt, so they can try and use that again, making sure Forest cannot use their mushroom on this corner this lap at least. So that'll allow them to pick up several seconds and actually move into first place. Arjan and Glass both have stars. Arjan uses that on the corner, doesn't wait for a cut. Neither does Glass. They are very close, though, fighting for third place. And in fact, all the racers are on the same straightaway. Forrest tries to use the mushrooms for a cut, but is now stuck off-road, unable to use the mushrooms when shrunk, and has 2 mushrooms left, but will be able to use them for the final corner, so look for a comeback there. Although he chooses to use one now, chooses to use them before the item block, and is rewarded with an even better set of mushrooms. Glass is in first. Will Arjan get an item that can help? I don't think it's going to be enough, even though it is a star. Forrest does sneak into third, which means Pokemon will come up just short of the finish line.
All right, we got to start getting the data in.
All right, so we have Glass 3 points, Arjan 2 points, Forrest 1 point, and we are actually able to just hit the continue button and move on to the next track, which is Moo Farm. Getting a bit of the slow start countdown here. Glass gets a boost, Forrest gets a boost, but Glass is the only one of those two who gets an item. Arjan starts with 3 red shells, but Pokemon has a star, so that red shell isn't going to do much. That red shell isn't going to do much against that. Arjan almost drifts into someone with a red shell, but instead hits a bomb himself, and their 3rd red shell unfortunately hits the corner of the fence and won't go anywhere. Pokemon in the first after the start of this very short track. We're already a single lap into it, but Arjan with 2 stars might be able to make up significant ground here just by virtue of having greater speed and being able to go through his upcoming molehill for a little bit of a shorter path. Forrest now on first with a mushroom. Somehow Glass just got hit by something. I don't think that was his own item, but Arjan got the star into a wall, and unfortunately that can kill your star, so that's very unfortunate. It goes over a molehill, it doesn't get hit. The moles are actually completely random in this game. There's no way to predict them, so it's kind of risky to take that path there. Pokemon with a star and a red shell only manages to take out a banana from Forrest, but moves into first place anyway due to his increased speed. Although Forrest has a star, Forrest is looking good going into the end, although looked like he might have been trying to go through the moles.
Don't hit a mole, Forrest.
He's taking it very tightly. Pokemon was looking like getting second, but a red shell. Forrest gets hit by red shells right at the end. We got a really close race for second place here. Arjan in second. Pokemon trying to best. And Pokemon gets second. Glass gets third. Arjan fourth. That was 3 players in about 1 kart length from each other. That was a very tight finish, but Pokemon does take the 2 points there, while Arjan comes away with none. Crazy reversal of fortunes right at the end. And these players are just itching to go. We are heading right into Bowser's Castle. I keep emphasizing it, but just whether you hit the thwomps, whether you fall in the lava are 2 of the biggest things. It's not as much about the cleanest racing lines, it's just about not getting stuck. While Arjan gets squished, Glass able to get through without worry due to his star. Pokemon makes it through, and Forrest unfortunately does not make it through. Arjan also spins out, and Forrest spins out again. Pokemon stuck in a corner. Glass, I guess, made it over the bridge at least. Arjan over the bridge, Forrest over the bridge. Nobody falls off that first bridge. Arjan spins out, gets a little bit stuck in the corner, hits a bush, but still certainly within fighting distance of catching up to Forrest. And, single mistakes can cost a lot of time. Glass is pulling out of distance of some of the attacking items, though, and has a great defensive item with a red shell, but just like that spins out. Is fortunate that they hit the corner and wasn't a little bit further right, otherwise they could have gotten hard stuck, but doesn't make the timing on the thwomps cycle, and hits a bomb. So Arjan is actually already caught up, and we've got the top 3. That just shows how fast things can change as Arjan actually gets shoved to the corner here. Glass makes it over the bridge, Pokemon 2. Everybody over the bridge cleanly. so far. Arjan unfortunately spins out in a bad spot, gets a little bit stuck in the corner. We've got a very close race for first here between Pokemon and Glass, as Pokemon has another mushroom and will be catching up even a little bit more time here. Probably just only going to be tenths behind. This Glass very cleverly hits the brake so that he doesn't get hit with the red shell. That was a very smart play there. Forrest and Arjan both with stars, hoping to make up gaps to the players in front of them. And Pokemon and Glass are basically neck and neck. Pokemon's got the mushroom, but any mistake right here could spell doom for either of them. They both make it over. Glass a little bit cleaner. Pokemon bad timing on the spin out. And now Arjan is actually within striking distance. Forrest gets a little bit stuck too. We are coming up on the finish line here, running out of time for anybody to make a move, but certainly close enough.
Nice.
If there's any mistakes here, you could fall all the way back to fourth. But indeed, Glass does finish first, Pokemon second, and Arjan third. Forrest not able to quite make it back up to the rest of the group.
Put those all in. So now he's going to total everything up. Huh? That wasn't the fourth one? That was not the fourth one. Oh, you're right.
And
No, it's Toad's Turnpike. It's Toad's Turnpike. It's Turnpike. Oh. Yeah, it's Toad's. It's in chat.
A little bit of confusion here between
thought
the
we were
tracks.
done, but-
We're using a random number generator, and 5 is Toad's Turnpike, while 6 is Frapped Snowland. So we actually are on Toad's Turnpike. We just confirmed that, and we are off already. You know, this first set of items, I keep stressing it, it's super important because if you can grab all of them and deny your opponents the opportunity to get an item, that can get you off to a quick lead. And once you're out of range on Toad's Turnpike, it can be hard to people to catch back up. Pokemon falls slightly behind but gets rewarded with a good item, although that red shell does protect against a stray green from up ahead. Chooses to use his red shell on a long straightaway. Good opportunity for it. If there's any point when it's going to hit, it's going to be there. Then the top 3 are about as close as you can get. All 3 of them trying to make it between that tiny gap. Forrest and Arjan unable to make it, so Glass ends up in first, and Pokemon all the way up to second due to those crashes. Pokemon has a red shell, doesn't have it out though. Glass with a red shell and a green shell, so a little bit well positioned to act defensively, or if somebody just overtakes, can try to shoot them down. Pokemon with the same items, so first and second, you know, not the best items, but certainly decent ones to have in those positions. I think Arjan just got hit by maybe a stray shell, didn't quite see it. But Forrest, with the Golden Mushroom, unfortunately hits a bus, gets really aggressive with an inside line between the bus and the railing. The hitboxes on the vehicles aren't quite as hard as they look, but Forrest gets hit by another shell, is able to launch off a blue shell, but unclear how helpful that's going to be, as he's rather attacked third than first at this point, I think. Glass does hit a vehicle, which will make it tighter between Glass and Pokemon. And Pokemon and Arjan are certainly not far behind at all either. Pokemon, I think, just got hit by some more shells. Arjan in second, but red shells from Pokemon. Pokemon's in second right now. And we got now a tight race between second through fourth, as Pokemon hits a bomb, is dropped down to third, and it's even tighter now. Arjan with a couple mushrooms trying to pull out ahead, but it's hard to do that when Forrest has a star and can just drive through other vehicles. Glass won't get the speed boost, but could potentially use a mushroom or use a ghost to do the same thing of driving through vehicles. So we've got a real tight race here between Forrest and Arjan for second. Pokemon catching up with a star and 3 mushrooms, although Arjan has a golden mushroom, so that's going to be hard to pick up with a limited number. We've got a real tight race, though. Glass is going to get first, but how are the last 3 going to go? Forrest is second.
Died.
Pokemon needs to avoid the bus, and he does. Gets third. Arjan gets fourth, and you can hear Glass popping off, really excited about that win, and
Second was Forrest. Yeah.
and gets 10 points total.
And then Pokemon.
Yeah. Pokemon. So we got Glass on 10, Pokemon or Forrest on 6, Pokemon 5, Arjon on 3. We're going to take a brief intermission here while we tally up the scores, determine the seeding, and take care of some last-minute details before we get to the knockout rounds.
And then intermission before the
I
knockout
was
rounds.
terrified of you this whole time, and I'm just thinking of PA party in last year. And I'm just like, I cannot let that repeat again. Farm was so.
Oh yeah. He can just come to here and give his announcement. Okay. Oh, whoops. things. First, we're going to be announcing the seeds and the rankings for the tournament. We're actually going to play the first 2 rounds tonight. We're going to take a little intermission after I make these announcements, and then we're going to get right into it. So if you're ranked 13th through 20th, you'll be playing. And here's what we got for the prelims. So from an ascending order, in 20th with 6 points is Hydration. In 19th with 16 points is Viviana. In 18th with 21 points is Arjan. In 17th with 22 points is Gray. In 16th with 23 points is David Tran. In 15th with 24 points is Mr. Ponytail. In 14th with 25 points is TMP. And in 13th points with 29 is Aria. So those 8 will be playing in the playoffs tonight, and 4 of you will advance to move on to the other rounds of the playoffs. So in the top 12, you will not be playing tonight. You guys have a bye until tomorrow. Anyone that I announced passed here. So safe zone. In 12th with 29 points, but we got the first place tiebreaker is Jed. In 11th with 31 is Glass. We had 3 people with 31, or 4 with 31. In 10th with 31 is Forrest. In 9th with 31 is Pokemon. In 8th with 31 is Climate. In 7th with 32 is myself. In 6th with 35 is Yo-Yo Yoshi. In 5th with 39 is Lou. In 4th with 39 is DK.
That was actually second place tiebreaker, actually.
It was, yeah. In 3rd place with 42 is Rob. And 2nd with 45 is Haddock. He's asleep right now. Haddock, you're 2nd place seated. And the number 1 seed for PA Kart Meet 2024 tournament, Josh, a.k.a. Glorious.
Guess who gets tomorrow?
He hasn't won yet. Yeah, if you're in the top 12, you'll be getting a bye tonight. 13th through 20th, we'll be competing tonight. And the top 4 will be moving on using something Pokemon
Which came 2 cousins, my brother and I against each other in semifinals.
It might be. I don't know.
1 and 5.
It should be. Okay, so we're going to take a little intermission, and then I got to run Forrest and Pokemon to the grocery store to get some stuff. But we're going to be back real quick, and then we're going to get right into the rounds. So free play for a little bit. Short intermission. We'll be back soon. We're going to jump right into these rounds. Oh, well, that was the thing. Hey, Calamity, can you take a look at this real quick? I knocked over this. What's the best? How do we set this back up? Okay.